Have you ever stopped to think that something you do every single day, with the best intentions, might actually be shortening your cat's life? It could be a simple habit, a small detail in your routine, or even something you were taught to believe was the right thing to do. But the truth is, a lot of cat owners are unknowingly putting their cat's health at risk. And the scariest part? Most of these mistakes go completely unnoticed until it's too late. Today, I'm going to show you the behaviors and decisions that, if not corrected, could cost your feline best friend years of life. If you truly love your cat and want to make sure they live as long as possible, healthy, happy, and comfortable, then you need to watch this video all the way through. It could change everything. Poor nutrition. Nutrition is one of the most important factors when it comes to your cat's health and lifespan. A lot of cat owners, simply due to lack of information, end up feeding low-quality kibble, giving too many treats, or even offering human food, thinking they're doing something nice. But these habits can seriously harm your cat's health. Cats are obligate carnivores, which means their bodies are built to thrive on nutrients found only in animal tissue. They need high levels of animal-based protein, along with essential nutrients like taurine, arachidonic acid, and preformed vitamin A, all of which are either absent or insufficient in plant-based or low-grade commercial foods. Another common mistake is feeding only dry food. While convenient, dry kibble contains only about 10% moisture. And since cats naturally have a low thirst drive, this can lead to chronic dehydration, making them more prone to urinary tract issues, crystal formation, and even life-threatening blockages. That's why it's highly recommended to include wet food in their daily diet and encourage water intake with fountains and fresh water bowls placed around the house. On top of that, many human foods are toxic to cats, including milk, onions, garlic, chocolate, grapes, coffee, and alcohol. Even seemingly harmless items like bread or deli meats can contain salt, fat, or preservatives that damage the liver and kidneys. And while cat treats are fine in moderation, too many can lead to weight gain and nutritional imbalances. The best way to ensure your cat is eating properly is to consult a veterinarian. They can help you choose the right diet based on your cat's age, weight, activity level, and medical history. A balanced diet, rich in high-quality protein and proper hydration, is one of the best investments you can make in your cat's long, healthy life. Not taking your cat to the vet. One of the most common mistakes cat owners make is thinking, well, my cat looks fine, so I don't need to take them to the vet. But that mindset can be dangerous. Cats are incredibly good at hiding pain and discomfort. It's a survival instinct in the wild. Showing weakness could make them easy prey. That's why so many illnesses go unnoticed until they're already pretty advanced. Take chronic kidney disease, for example. It's super common in older cats and can develop slowly over years without any obvious signs. By the time you notice your cat drinking more water or peeing more often, they might have already lost over 70% of their kidney function. The same goes for hyperthyroidism. It causes weight loss, increased appetite, and restlessness. But a lot of people just think their cat is getting older. Other silent conditions include diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and serious dental issues like gingivitis or tooth resorption. These can be incredibly painful, but your cat might keep eating just out of instinct. That's why annual vet visits are so important. Vaccinations protect against serious diseases like panleukopenia, calicivirus, rhinotracheitis, and rabies. And even if your cat never goes outside, they still need parasite control. Fleas, ticks, and worms can come in on your clothes, shoes, or other pets. Keeping a health record with vaccine dates, test results, medications, and notes on behavior can help you and your vet spot problems early. Preventive care isn't just smart. It's the best way to make sure your cat lives a long, healthy, and happy life. Not spaying or neutering your cat. There's still a lot of myths out there about spaying and neutering. Some people think it's cruel, or that it'll make their cat fat. But the truth is, it's one of the most important and responsible choices you can make for your cat's health and well-being. Spaying or neutering, whether your cat is male or female, isn't just about preventing unwanted kittens. It's a powerful way to protect them from serious health problems. For females, early spaying drastically reduces the risk of mammary tumors, which are often malignant in cats. It also completely eliminates the risk of pyometra, a dangerous and potentially deadly uterine infection. For males, neutering helps prevent testicular diseases, reduces urine marking, and lowers the urge to roam in search of a mate. And it's not just about physical health, it also helps with behavior. Neutered cats tend to be calmer, less anxious, and more adaptable to home life. That means fewer fights, less yowling, and a more peaceful household overall. The procedure itself is quick, safe, and routine when done by a qualified vet. And if it's done early, usually between 4 and 6 months of age, recovery is smooth and the benefits are even greater. So, spaying or neutering isn't just a personal decision. It's an act of love and social responsibility. You're not only protecting your cat's health, you're also helping reduce the number of animals living on the streets or in shelters. Letting your cat roam outside alone. Letting your cat go outside freely might seem like a natural or even healthy thing to do. A lot of people think cats are independent. They need to explore, stretch their legs, and have some fun. But the truth is, letting your cat roam around unsupervised is one of the biggest risks to their health and safety. Outdoor cats live significantly shorter lives than indoor cats. The outside world is full of dangers. One of the most common is getting hit by a car, especially in busy urban areas. There's also the risk of poisoning, whether it's accidental like eating toxic plants, rat poison, or cleaning products, or intentional, which sadly still happens in some places. Then there are fights with other animals. Cats that get into scuffles with other cats or dogs can end up with serious injuries, infections, or contagious diseases. Contact with sick or parasite-infested animals increases the risk of fleas, ticks, and intestinal worms. And let's not forget the risk of theft or simply getting lost. Even cats that always come back can one day run into trouble and never return. All it takes is one unexpected situation. If you want your cat to enjoy the outdoors safely, a great alternative is leash training. With patience and practice, many cats can learn to walk on a harness and leash. Just make sure to start slow and choose quiet, safe areas for walks. Lack of mental and physical stimulation. In the wild, cats spend a huge part of their day hunting, exploring, climbing, and hiding. But when they live indoors without enough stimulation, all that natural energy gets bottled up, and that can lead to a bunch of physical and behavioral problems. Without enough physical activity, cats become sedentary, which leads to weight gain, muscle loss, and health issues like obesity, diabetes, and arthritis. And when they don't get mental stimulation, they can get bored, frustrated, and even chronically stressed. Bored cats often develop compulsive behaviors like overgrooming, constant meowing, aggression, destroying furniture, or even depression. To prevent this, it's super important to create an enriched environment that mimics the challenges and excitement they'd find in nature. That means offering a variety of toys, scratching posts, tunnels, cardboard boxes, climbing shelves, cozy hiding spots, and even window views where they can watch birds or the outside world. And don't forget, your interaction matters too. Daily play sessions with wand toys, balls, or puzzle feeders help keep your cat active and mentally sharp. Routine is also a big deal for cats. They feel safer when they know what to expect. Feeding them at the same times, keeping their stuff in familiar places, and respecting their rest time can make a huge difference in their emotional well-being. And one more thing, cats love vertical space. They feel more secure when they can observe their surroundings from above. So adding shelves, cat trees, or furniture they can climb on is a great way to enrich their space without taking up extra floor room. Dirty or poorly placed litter box. The litter box isn't just a bathroom for your cat. It's a key part of their territory. Cats are incredibly clean and sensitive about where they do their business. If the litter box is dirty, in a bad spot, or there aren't enough of them, your cat might stop using it altogether. And that can lead to both health issues and behavior problems. One of the most common issues is urinary retention. If a cat avoids peeing because the box is uncomfortable or stressful, they can develop urinary tract infections, bladder inflammation, like feline idiopathic cystitis, and in more serious cases, urethral blockages, especially in males who have narrower urethras. These blockages are medical emergencies and can lead to kidney failure or even death within hours if not treated. Stress from a poorly maintained litter box can also cause your cat to pee or poop outside the box. A lot of people think the cat is being spiteful or naughty, but really, it's a clear sign that something's wrong, either with the environment or the cat's health. The general rule is 1 litter box per cat, plus 1 extra. So if you have 2 cats, you should have 3 boxes. Scoop them daily, and change the litter regularly depending on the type. Clumping litter is usually easier to clean and more accepted by cats, but every cat has their preferences. So pay attention to what works best for yours. Placement matters too. The box should be in a quiet, accessible spot, away from food, water, and noisy areas. Avoid putting it near washing machines, vacuums, or in busy hallways. Cats want privacy and calm when they go. Also, size matters. Many litter boxes sold in stores are way too small. Your cat should be able to comfortably enter, turn around, and dig. For large or senior cats, boxes with lower sides make it easier to get in and out without joint pain. Keeping the litter box clean, accessible, and well-placed is one of the simplest and most effective ways to support your cat's health and happiness. Small changes here can make a huge difference. Ignoring signs of stress or pain. Cats are experts at hiding pain or discomfort. It's an evolutionary behavior. In the wild, showing weakness could make them vulnerable to predators or rivals. That's why it's so important for cat owners to pay close attention to even the smallest changes in behavior. If your cat suddenly starts hiding more, eating less, sleeping more or less, meowing differently, acting aggressive, over-grooming one spot, walking or lying down differently, or changing how they use the litter box, those are all red flags. A lot of people brush these off as quirks or just being a cat, but they're often signs that something's wrong. Stress is another big factor that's often overlooked. Things like moving, renovations, new pets or people in the house, loud noises, or even you being away for too long can cause emotional distress in cats. A cat that stops jumping onto furniture, constantly licks a joint, or becomes more withdrawn might be in chronic pain, even if they don't show it in obvious ways. That's why knowing your cat's normal behavior is so important. Every cat has their own personality, habits, and routine. When something changes, even if it seems small, it's worth paying attention. And if you're unsure, talk to a vet. Early diagnosis is always the best path to effective treatment and a better quality of life. Taking care of a cat is about so much more than just food, water, and shelter. It's about being sensitive, observant, and truly responsible. Throughout this video, we've seen how small habits, things we often don't even think twice about, can seriously affect your cat's health and how long they live. From what they eat to the environment they live in, every little detail matters. Cats are quiet, sensitive creatures, and they often hide pain or discomfort. That's why it's up to us, their humans, to be their eyes, their voice, and their protection. If you recognized any of these mistakes in your own routine, don't beat yourself up. What matters most is what you do from now on. With the right information, a little care, and a few small changes, you can completely transform your cat's quality of life. And remember, a well-cared-for cat doesn't just live longer, they live better.